Rob Vino here with your week number 2 NFL Power Ratings report. We'll go through the opening lines in the NFL, the current lines in the NFL, and where the power ratings, my power ratings, suggest the price tag should be. We'll start off here on Thursday night. Denver at Kansas City, game 101-102. KC opens 1.5, moved up to -3 now. A lot of money on the Kansas City side. I think what we have going on here is a fade of not only Peyton Manning, but of Gary Kubiak's new offensive system. I believe the public opinion out there is that the system has not really meshed as of yet. Good time to play against Denver, certainly. Good things seen out of Kansas City last week at Houston with the 27-20 win. So that this line move really adds up to a what we saw last type of line move. Power ratings here say Denver is a half a point better. So power ratings say there's some value in the Broncos side. Like I say, AFC West divisional battle, the most important type of game in NFL play, is a divisional game. This one should be hard fought. Once again, two teams looking for supremacy in that AFC West. KC currently -3. Power ratings say Denver is a half a point better. Move on to Sunday, September the 20th. Game 261-262. The Houston Texans at Carolina. Carolina opens up -3.5. -114. We see a couple of 3.5s out there right now. Mostly threes with a heavy VIG attached, anywhere from 18 cents to 25 cents. Power ratings in this one made Carolina -4, so there's really not much differential here. Carolina -3 with a big VIG is the current number. Power ratings say Carolina 4 points better at home than Houston. 263-264 Tampa Bay at New Orleans, NFC South battle, another divisional game here. New Orleans opens 10.5 -14 cents. They currently sit at 10. 9.5s are out there as we speak. There's been money towards the Tampa Bay side here, away from the double-digit home favorite in the New Orleans Saints. Power ratings had this game pegged at New Orleans -9.5, which is where we sit in a few places right now. So power ratings in agreement with the line movement towards the Buccaneers in this one at 9.5. Power ratings say New Orleans 9.5 better. Current number says New Orleans is favored by anywhere from 9.5 to 10 points. 265-266 San Francisco at Pittsburgh. San Francisco on a short week this week after playing the late game on Monday night in the opening week Monday night doubleheader. Pittsburgh opens here -6.5. They're currently bet down to 5.5 in some spots, sit at 6 in others. We do see a stray 5 out there right now at Pinnacle. Certainly the West Coast to East Coast time zone trip is in effect here on a short week for San Francisco, yet the 49ers attracting money early once again could be what we just saw type of reaction here, as San Francisco looked awfully good on Monday night. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, losers in their first game of the season. Pittsburgh's had extended rest. As I mentioned, San Francisco's had short rest, but right now the number on the game currently is Pittsburgh anywhere from 5.5, 6 are the most common numbers. There's a stray 5 out there. Power ratings on this game said Pittsburgh should be -8, so you have some value there according to my power ratings on the Pittsburgh side. Detroit at Minnesota. Minnesota opens -3. Minnesota currently sits at 3. Power ratings on this game said Minnesota should only be -0.5. Maybe once again a little bit of a fade on the Lions. We saw money against Detroit in the opener at San Diego. This is their second consecutive game on the road. This is an NFC North divisional battle. Very important game for both sides. Minnesota currently -3. Power ratings say value towards the Lions. Minnesota should only be -0.5. 269-270 an AFC East battle. More divisional stuff. Oh boy, Tom Brady, get ready for Rex's defense. Can be sure that Rex Ryan will throw that Buffalo defensive kitchen sink at Brady in this one. New England open -1.5. They're down to 1 and even pick 'em in some places right now. Power ratings made New England -1, so they were just about in agreement with the opening number. They sit right in line with the current number in a lot of spots. No real value here suggested by power ratings, but again, important AFC divisional battle. New England at Buffalo. New England currently -1 or pick 'em. Power ratings say New England -1. Game 271, 272, Arizona at Chicago. Arizona opens -2. Bet down to 1.5 or 1 in almost all venues. We do see some 2s out there as well, so you get a variety of numbers on this game, anywhere from Arizona -1 to Arizona -2. We take a look at 5 dimes and we can see a pick 'em out there on Arizona as well. So like I say, a good variety of numbers here on the Arizona Cardinals Chicago Bears game. Power ratings say Arizona -2, in total agreement with the opening line, in agreement with some houses that still are keeping the -2 up there. 273, 274, Tennessee at Cleveland. Cleveland -4 was the opener. Oh, what a switch in this one. 5 points worth of switch as the Marcus Mariota love fest is on. Tennessee now -1 in most places. We do see some pick'ems out there, so you can call it a 4-point move if you want, but a very big swing towards Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans after their 42-14 demolishment of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and of course, Cleveland's miserable showing at New York last Sunday. Cleveland does get the home game here. We'll see if they can turn things around. Power ratings said Cleveland -4.5, so the power ratings number fully agreed with the odds makers opener, but boy, the money disagreed and took advantage early. They've switched favorites here in a lot of places, made Tennessee a 1-point favorite. You can still find Tennessee minus pick if you like that side. 275, 276, San Diego at Cincinnati. Big game here, non-divisional, but certainly 2 teams that are playoff contenders this year right now. Cincinnati opens 3.5. Cincinnati sits at 3.5. Depending upon where you shop, you lay 3, you attach a pretty big vig to it, you take 3.5, you'll take a price tag with that one. Cincinnati, according to power ratings, should be -4 in this game. Once again, marginal room here between current line and power ratings line. Not much to suggest. Have to do a thorough handicap of that one without much guidance from the power ratings. St. Louis at Washington. Game 277, 278, the Rams. Open -3, moved up to 3.5 almost universally right now. The power rating suggested Rams should be -3.5, right in line, no difference there. St. Louis sits at 3.5. Power ratings say St. Louis is 3.5 better. 279, 280, Atlanta at the Giants. Atlanta off of a Monday night game. The Giants off of this Sunday night game. Heartbreaking loss to Dallas. Lose that in the final seconds. Giants open here -2. Variety here. You can find either 2 or 2.5 out there for the most part. Power rating suggested this game, however, should be a pick'em. Therefore, slight value towards the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Baltimore and Oakland currently off the board due to the injury to Oakland Raider quarterback Derek Carr. Will keep tabs on his status throughout the week. Power ratings, if you're looking for a number as a guideline, power ratings say Baltimore -5.5 if Carr plays. If he doesn't play, check and see where the line opens and use the 5.5 as a gauge to see how much odds makers are compensating for David Carr. Or Derek Carr, excuse me. David Carr is the older brother for Derek Carr, quarterback of the Oakland Raiders. 283, 284, Miami at Jacksonville, Battle of Florida. Miami opens 4, quickly bet up to -6 here. Power rating said Miami should be 4.5, so there's a lot of excitement toward the Miami Dolphins. They struggled versus Washington at Washington in week 1. Get Jacksonville here, 2 teams Miami should really defeat and go 2-0 against, but we'll see how Jacksonville performs. They don't get the win in week one. Didn't play rather well in week one. I think people expected a little more out of Gus Bradley's team against the Carolina Panthers, but Carolina, a very tough defensive foe. Jacksonville had troubles offensively. Miami, no easy defense to face either. We'll see how this one goes. Once again, Miami opened 4, bet up to 6. Power ratings say Miami should be minus 4.5. Dallas is at Philadelphia. Dallas off the Sunday nighter, Philadelphia off the Monday nighter. Dallas, great come from behind victory, stealing one from the New York Giants. Philadelphia, heartbreaking defeat. Cody Parkey marches out, blows a 41-yard field goal. Atlanta wins the game. In this NFC East battle, a big one for both of these teams. Philadelphia opens minus 5. They currently sit at 5 or 5.5. Power ratings say Philadelphia should be minus 5. No real suggestion there coming from the power ratings. Dallas, of course, minus Dez Bryant for the next 6 to 8 weeks. Seattle at Green Bay. Green Bay opens minus 3.5, remain 3.5. Almost across the board here. Power ratings said Green Bay should be minus 3.5, so perfectly in line with the opener and the current number. Rounding out the NFL week number 2 power ratings report, 289-290. New York Jets at Indianapolis. Indy opens minus 6, bet up to 6.5 or 7, depending upon where you shop. Power ratings say Indianapolis minus 9.5. Obviously, Indianapolis smothered by the Buffalo defense in Buffalo in week 1. They'll be happy to get back home and play a game. The Jets, very strong debut at home against the Cleveland Browns. They now take to the road to face the high-powered Indianapolis Colts. We'll see if their defense can do what Buffalo's did to Andrew Luck and company. Once again, Indianapolis opens 6, bet up to 6.5 or 7. Power ratings say value in the Colts, Indianapolis minus 9.5. That'll be your week number 2 NFL Power Ratings report. This is Rob Vino. Hey, good luck to everybody starting with Thursday night in the Denver KC game. May you have good luck with all your plays. We'll be back later on, either this afternoon, tonight, or even tomorrow, with an early look at some college football and perhaps even a free play. So once again, there's your NFL Power Ratings report for week number 2. Good luck to everyone out there with your plays this week.